Yeah, they're for real.
But I don't have a lot of faith in Denver's offense. I think that they've been playing with fire most of the season, not playing for 3 quarters and then coming up in the 4th quarter. I think it's going to catch up to them. I understand that Kansas City just got handed it to them. I know they had a loss in Buffalo, but the bottom line is I believe as the season wanes, we will see a better version of the Kansas City Chiefs. In my estimation, I'm not dismissing or counting out Patrick Mahomes by 1 shot, him or Andy Reid. And I think that when you talk about the Colts, fine. You talk about New England, fine. But I'm putting Kansas City up in there.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to ask you the question because are you saying Kansas City to win the division?
No. I'm saying that if you're talking about the top 3 teams that I'm thinking about, right? When we talking about scary teams, somebody that'll put fear in you that they could go on a run. I'm looking at the Kansas City Chiefs. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, to be scary, you got to be in the tournament.
Well, they in there. They're going to be in the tournament.
You picking the Chiefs? You picking the Chiefs?
Don't try that. Don't try to fist bump. Are you saying on national television that the Kansas City Chiefs ain't going to be in the mix?
Well, Stephen A.
Is that what you saying?
If the playoffs started today, the Kansas City
I don't believe that. We got 8 weeks, man. See, that's the disrespect. That's the disrespect right there. That's the disrespect. It's fluid. Come on, y'all.
This week they're out.
Listen. This week, you trying to tell me with 8 weeks left, you gonna sit up there with a straight face and say to me, I don't know if Kansas City gonna make it. Really?
I want to hear it.
That's very disrespectful, DC. That's very disrespectful.
Well, listen, they're running out of runway, and when the quarterback expresses that he's concerned about the way they're playing,
what he gonna say, man?
Especially after the Bills lost, then if he's concerned, then I gotta be concerned. And let's not forget about the ass whipping we saw them get in Super Bowl 59.
Well, I know that.
The Kansas City Chiefs, this version of them is not the version that we saw win 3 championships with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. We got to start accepting them for who they are. As Bill Parcells used to say, you are what your record says you are.
Man, I'm going to road to Buffalo. I'm going to road to Baltimore. I'm going to the Super Bowl, man. You're very disrespectful right now. You're very disrespectful.
I'm not saying that they can't pull out of this nosedive, but when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs and the championship conversation, I'm just not there yet. And that's in part because they're not going to win their division, and they're going to have to be on the road starting wild card weekend. And Stephen A., we usually only see one team every decade win a championship going the wild card route. Right? We saw Tom Brady do it in 2020. The last time before that, it was Aaron Rodgers in 2010. It don't happen that often.
Yeah.
And so when we have the conversation about who's scary, I'm thinking about who has the chance to dominate the conference and win a championship and their path to being able to do so. And it's a lot easier to see the Colts Broncos and the New England Patriots do that than the Kansas City Chiefs, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Buffalo Bills.
Listen, though, the Chiefs issue, and I know you're rubber stamping them, their offensive line better figure this out because they don't run it great. And as good as Mahomes is, man, you put pressure on them, it changes every QB. It's just a fact.
No, that's true.
Look, I'm not betting against the Kansas City Chiefs, though. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about in the AFC.
I'm not doing
in the AFC.
You ain't betting on them either, though.
I will say this.
I bet I will.
I'm not entertaining them missing the playoffs. I'm not even entertaining them missing the playoffs. No way. Kansas City is missing the playoffs.
That palatial estate in Miami.
All right, let's take a break here. We got more basketball coming up. Wemby went off again last night. Is he officially the best player in the NBA? Stephen A. answers that. And it wasn't.
Let's do some with Dan Graziano as we do every Tuesday. Graz has this column, as always, on ESPN.com. Let's start with this one, Dan. Is it an overreaction to say the winner of Sunday's game in Denver, Chiefs Broncos, will win the AFC West?
It's not an overreaction. Look, if the Broncos win it, they're up 3.5 games on the Chiefs going into their bye. And yes, the Chargers are in this mix. I'm suspicious of them holding it together with their offensive line issues. So if the Chiefs win this game, they're a game and a half back. They've won the division 9 years in a row. Denver's going to have to go sit on that through their bye, and the Chiefs would be able to hit the gas, I think, and finish it off.
I mean, when last seen, the Denver Broncos, while winning, were being booed off the field in their own stadium. Are we buying Denver here?
I mean, that defense is incredible.
Yeah.
We certainly buy the defense, and we trust Sean Payton. I think the issue with Bo Nix is the offense is we're going to throw screens and we're going to throw bombs. And, like, when the opponent stops that, we don't have any other kind of technique offensively, and that's the concerning.
Both can be inaccurate. Screen can be inaccurate. Deep ball can be. I'll say this: I'm not counting out the Chargers. Like when they're 3-0 in the division, I understand their O-line stuff, but they've already.
Yeah. Why would you need healthy O-linemen? They're overrated.
No, they'll get. Harbaugh's going to
foul might have been written before the Charger game.
Respect.
The last time we saw the Chiefs too, like they were struggling as well against the
O-line.
Bills, and we saw the Bills struggling. So a lot of it, I think, like you start out week to week, it changes.
Speaking of the Bills, the next one. Hey, Dan Graziano. Someone said the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl window has closed. Is that an overreaction?
Of course it's an overreaction. It's a classic overreaction to Buffalo's worst game of the year, which came 1 week after Buffalo's best game of the year, which was a victory over the Chiefs. We're not going to judge anybody on their worst moment or probably their best. Buffalo has shown that they're going to be there in the end with an elite quarterback.
Jeff, why are you making that?
I'm nervous. Like I would have liked to see them pick somebody up at D-line. Like I understand, and I do trust McDermott. They've done a great job of getting that. They got boat race. They got Miami ran the rock. That's the one thing you cannot tolerate, especially coming to playoff football, that the Bills got run that much.
Shefty said they were in it for Quinnen Williams, and the Jets just wouldn't trade him within the division.
Right.
That might have been a big difference. J-Mac, you did that game on CBS, the Dolphins and Bills, this weekend. What did you see?
And I have some concerns as well. And Brandon Beane was as disappointed as anyone that he didn't get anyone at the trade deadline. But when I look at this game, this is down the first time they've really had a drive. They got down in the red zone. This is in the third quarter. They're down 16-0. The Dolphins are going to come with an all-out pressure. For Josh Allen, you're trying to find your best matchup. He's looking to the left side of the field. Look up top. Keon Coleman is one-on-one. The reason he's not going there is because he doesn't trust the guy. There were multiple times throughout this game where he tried to go to Keon Coleman, and Juju Brents had him locked up. Later on in the game, another opportunity, down 16-6. Josh Allen picks up the first down, but this is the old Josh Allen where he had to put the cape on for the Buffalo Bills to win. In this game, there were multiple times where he's running around doing everything. When he got to the sideline, you saw him say, I should have just went down. But he felt like he couldn't because he feels like he has to do so much because the wide receiver position isn't showing up other than a short pass to Khalil Shakir. And then on top of that, Dalton Kincaid got hurt, a hamstring in that game, and he's the one guy that can get down the field vertical.
I mean, I think the question asking if the window closed is obviously premature, but I don't have faith in the Bills because of the Bills as much as I have faith in the Bills because the rest of the AFC. Like, there's no one really running away with it. And you got Josh Allen, and to your point, they have a defense that has proven that they can put it together enough, but that's always, like, year after year, they're injured and they still put it together enough. But right now, you look at this team, it's like, I don't know how they're going to fix this defense. They have some good players.
They lost another defensive
best thing for them, they got a really good offensive line and Cook and obviously Josh Allen. But at least you can take pressure off your defense with those things.
Cindy, can you leave those numbers on the screen a second? Am I the only one who notices the Patriots aren't on that list? They fall somewhere below the Colts, Chiefs, Bills, Broncos, and Chargers to win the AFC. I'm being told they are sixth. That in and of itself is interesting. There are only 16 teams. They're sixth out of that group. And
don't believe that. And they beat the
right now, they look like they're in good shape to get the 1 seed. All right, last overreaction. Graziano, if someone said Jonathan Taylor is going to break multiple records this season, is that an overreaction?
It is not an overreaction. He is on pace for 2,378 scrimmage yards. The record's 2,509. He's on pace.
He's clearly the engine to the most efficient offense in the NFL. That is the argument for making him. But I mean, if it's unfortunate, because I hate the idea that it only goes to quarterbacks. But when you bring in that very specific word of value,
who would be the MVP if it's not Jonathan Taylor right now?
I think we give it to Drake May. Right
Yeah.
now. Or Matt Stafford. I'm sorry, Matt Stafford.
Those are the two.
Matt Stafford or Drake May are going to get it because it's a quarterback's league. We've changed all the rules.
If this guy breaks records,
I feel like that gives Jonathan Taylor a chance because the quarterback position, which one is it?
If he breaks
pretty
the record.
clearly very
Such
valuable.
a silly award.
It's just become the Davey O'Brien Award at this point. Just call it that. Just call it the most valuable quarterback award and then give another one to all the other players who play the other positions. Coming up, Tainted Love in Green Bay. Is Jordan going to cost the Packers the North? Did they miss the playoffs? How about that Eagles offense? We're all over that game as we continue in a moment. But first, everyone's favorite battle. It's Sneaky Hembo versus Graziano. And I got to tell you, I love this question.